Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about digital marketing and why it's not a separate function. Now, there's a lot of debate going on in the marketing world where a lot of folks think that it is not a separate function because it doesn't make any sense to keep digital marketing as a separate function. And a lot of other folks who think that digital marketing should continue to be a separate function, it should continue to be a silo within the broader marketing organization. I strictly believe it is not a separate marketing function, and here's why. Just look at your customers, how their lives have changed in the last 5-10 years. They're using many more digital channels, and they don't differentiate between which channels you are using to deliver your messages or to reach out to them. All they care about are the messages and whether they are relevant, whether you are able to provide them the experiences that they expect from your brand, whether you are able to build relationships with them. It's kind of the same argument that the retail world had when online shopping was maturing. A lot of retail executives continue to think that online shopping should be a silo within the broader retail organization. And customers didn't care about that. They didn't care where they were shopping, whether it was online or in store. It was all about the shopping experience. And finally, there's acceptance in the retail world that it is all about the experience that you provide to your customers. It's all about providing an integrated, seamless experience across stores and online. It's not any different for marketing because your customers cannot differentiate between digital and traditional because they cannot remember the channels if you ask them a day after. They only care about the messages and the experiences that you provide them. And it's highly likely you are already using digital in any form of marketing that you're doing today, whether it's print, TV, radio, or trade shows. You're likely promoting your website, your social media, hashtags, even if you're not. Let's say you do a radio ad where you're asking people to call a toll-free number. Well, guess what? Before they pick up that phone, highly likely they're going to check you out on web and social media. And if you're not ready with those channels, if they're not integrated into the campaign, your marketing is not going to be effective. A lot of executives at large companies continue to argue that you need to have a digital function as a separate function because they need to make a case for more investment in digital channels. And that's a flawed argument because, as I said, you're already using digital in all forms of marketing, so some spend is already going into digital channels. It's already integrated in some way or form. And if it's not integrated, you have a larger fundamental problem to solve. And the biggest issue that I see is training. The unwillingness of marketing leaders to accept that it all has to be integrated marketing is leading to the fact that their teams are not getting trained on these new channels, on these new technologies, on all the data that's coming in, on their ability to analyze this data and come up with insights. And it's a big risk that these marketing leaders are taking, and maybe because they're themselves fearful of learning these new technologies, because they're going to become irrelevant and their teams are going to become irrelevant and their marketing is going to suffer. And that's all about larger companies. What about SMBs? Small, medium businesses, startups, they don't even have an option. They have to do digital first because highly likely those are the most effective channels that they have at their disposal. That's one reason small companies and startups are doing way better in digital marketing than most of the large companies. And just for fun's sake, I'm going to flip the question. I'm going to ask, who wants to be a traditional marketer in today's world? Just imagine this scenario. You are in a meeting with 10 other people and an executive walks into the room and you introduce them as the traditional marketer at your company. Who wants to be in that position? I don't really know. So my humble request is to stop treating digital marketing function as a separate marketing function. Stop treating it as a silo and focus more on the things that are more important. In how you would reach out to your customer, how you would engage with them, how you would build relationships with them so you can sell more. Focus on the creative, on storytelling, on building the emotional connections with your customer, providing them the right kind of experiences. And guess what? A lot of traditional folks are really good at this stuff and they're going to get wasted if they don't adapt to this new world. So stop treating digital as a separate function. That's my request today. Please share your thoughts in the comments and thanks for watching.